decisive game one, and then things kind of slipped out of their hands. They got reverse swept, so AP Bren, there's still hope for them. They can still make this work. Maybe if they get an early start, like we got to see a glimpse of in game one, that's going to be best for them, especially having a Harley this time. So I think for James Banks, him alongside Aqua, they got to go ahead and make this work and get the snowball rolling for AP Bren for hopes to get to a game three. We're jumping in the land of dawn. Let's see if it's going to be a sweep here for Aurora.
Yep. It does feel like we're seeing a bit of a... It feels like AP Bren, who's clinging to these very aggressive early game to mid-game heroes, trying to get a very early advantage. And I think it did work, right? It did work last game. But now I don't know if that's going to be the same case, especially with a very aggressive anti-gank hero like a Badang.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why they picked this instead of the Grok. They want to discourage these early engagements, because if you get walled out very early on, sometimes there's just no going out. You're going to be forced to use a flicker, and then you're going to lose your advantage. So I really like what Aurora's doing here.
Yeah, and they got the early game they won this time. Demon Kite not necessarily interrupted. And same as what he mentioned, you might feel a bit discouraged to just keep playing aggressive.
Like that.
Line up, right? And that's over. First blood for Aurora.
And that's why the Badang Roam works so well. It's such a good tempo breaker. And even when you're so used, because I mean, I don't know if Nova was just not expecting it, because he held on to the flicker too, you know? So he's like, yeah, I've done this many times. I can just quicksand guard it up. I'm going to be fine. But then because it's also a Baksha in the hands of Demon Kite, like he can rotate so quickly. And this being, you know, just a map that favors the rotations when we get to the expanding rivers portions of this. So they're off to an early start for Aurora instead.
Yeah, I like that you said that with a little bit of a smirk before you said it. You know?
Sir.
Yes, sir. That's what Badang does.
That's my guy. Again, it's because even Brigitte was mentioning, you know, these early to mid-game heroes that AP Bren likes to pick up. Well, Badang is just one of those heroes that goes and stops some of the tempo that is built around those kind of heroes and those compositions. We'll see how the response is. Light's actually pretty low here.
Yeah.
So they might have an upper hand.
KillVJ even still has his ultimate. Now they're blocking these entry points. KillVJ with a two-man set. Follow-up from Aqua, copying that bravest fighter with attraction pulls. Doesn't pull anyone in, but they're after Demon Kite. They just want to take the kill on Demon Kite. The SOD doesn't land, but still, Nova with the flicker now gets the job done. But Aurora are still not letting go of this turtle.
Yeah, very unfortunate as well. Missing on the SOD could have been pretty good for AP Bren, but they still go for it.
Yeah, James Pangs gets to secure that. Raging Sandstorm stopping Aurora from going for the chase. AP Bren actually were able to get what they wanted.
Yeah, they went with a fight. Again, Light was really low before that fight broke out, and then they decided to, you know, just force Aurora into this position that they're not going to be comfortable in. They got an upper hand. They got taken. Demon Kite got taken care of. So good initiation and just fight from AP Bren to go ahead and showcase that. And if you look at how they're going to play into this, they look even to want to go up here top.
Demon Kite again is the target. Still has the Tortoise Passance and is going to Baksha shield Unity his way out.
Yeah, they threw everything there, including the Retribution, and the Baksha's fine. One of the reasons why Baksha is just so good. By the way, UWIP, first item Piercer this time.
I saw that, yeah.
So that should be pretty good. That should be the big focus here. But then again, you can lose those stacks pretty easily against heroes like the Khalid, like this Sora. So eyes on the prize here if you're Aurora. Make sure UWIP doesn't go down. But for AP Bren, that feels like it's a pretty good challenge. You got a Harley on your side there.
Yeah, the Harley is going to be the one that Aurora really has to watch out for, because it just seems like playing around a Harley, you know, keeping tabs on him. UA, that's kind of what he has to do. Whether he burns a flicker or not, James Banks always has the opportunity to go ahead and do that, you know.
That was nice.
Make things happen.
Yeah.
Small things.
Did he just retrieve the green cow?
He did. I don't know why that was. It's fine because there's no turtle for like 25 more seconds, so it's all good in the hood. Because I think he kind of feels that creeping goal, right? That Aurora is starting to get. So James Banks, he's trying to do his very best with whatever resources he has to make sure that goal doesn't get out of hand. Currently at 1,000 right now for Aurora.
Look at Demon Kite right now, too. He's got his eyes on James Banks. So information there. James Banks pick up a Genius Wand. He holds on to his Retribution. Demon Kite's got his as well. and he's buffed up. He's not going to go ahead and grab his purple. He starts up the turtle instead. Meanwhile, James Banks is working on his, so he's going to have to go ahead and just try to blitz this down. That's what Demon Kite's trying to do.
Edward already half HP, doesn't use the greatest fighter. Demon Kite just focused on the red tree. Now that's the cloud form already used by KillVJ.
Well, Nova's on the backside.
Yeah, that's Nova all alone though. Does he have the damage? Might go for the kill on Edward, but gets stunned there by Demon Kite. Not even James Banks. He uses the deadly magic, but
oh my goodness!
What?
Utilizing the Brave Smite. Oh,
whoa! He flickered in, making
Light
sure
in
Light
trouble.
couldn't recall. That's the okay.
What?
Space escape.
What?
Okay, James Banks still secures the kill.
Can I just say, that was beautiful. Even in the very end, you saw Yue, he tried to catch the deadly magic with the flicker to save Edward. What the heck is here? What's so good.
good way to survive. They still lost Light, but you know, in that sense, probably better that Light does go down and RORA maintains what they can. But AP Bren, this is what I'm saying. You really have to watch out for James Banks depending on where he decides to go, how he decides to move. But it is going to be a split now, 1-1 on the Turtles here for both teams. Let's take a look at the items here before our next objective.
Yeah, the items really show that, you know what, it's a pretty even battle in most of the lanes here. So no one is actually getting behind too much. Shizo is, he did get a little bit of a farm time. See if he can use that here now that RORA is actually invading.
Yeah, and the difference is that Yue now prioritizing the Sky Piercer. You know, he's the guy to pick that up since Ramen Kite's on a Harith right now and Demon Kite's also on a utility jungle. Ooh, they're stealing resources away from James Banks.
So again, it's the small things. It's the battle of those small advantages that RORA is stealing from you one by one is actually going to add up as time goes by.
Yeah, but James Banks is ahead by one level still. So.
Yeah, he's been farming quite a bit, just trying to maintain a bit of a lead against Demon Kite.
Like a one-man army.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, that's one of the things he's got to do because you're not really going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Aurora's lineup with a Harley just yet. You're more so fighting around objectives. Nova's actually going to help with the damage department, picking up a Blade of Hepsi's. Ult's throwing out here by Aurora.
That was a fist crack already used by Light here. Nova already very low, set up from KillVJ, but he's all alone. Gets trapped in the wall too. But Yue! I need those stacks. I need those stacks.
Yeah, he wanted the stack. He got it.
He flickered for it, and he's actually really safe. RORA on the side are actually not quite done yet. Domingkite, I think he will have the Zaman Force soon as well.
Oh, no. Nova, where do you go? Where do you go? He gets trapped again. And that's a free turret as well over to Aurora.
Oh, they're just taking what they want here at this point. This is why I was saying in the draft, you know, I'm a little worried about the lineup for AP Bren. You know, it's, oh, nope.
What?
You don't want to face check a Badang, bro.
Yeah, Aqua did have the bravest fighter, so he'll be fine. But again, echoing the sentiment here that AP Bren's lineup just might be a little bit too soft to deal with full-on team fights against RORA. And as the game continues on, you see the graph building up here. You see the lead for RORA. It's not going to get any better. That's the unfortunate thing. So at some point, you're looking at AP Bren. Shizu just now getting Golden Staff. He's already got the Corrosive Scythe, so he needs that one more item, the DHS, to lock in the Trinity here. But you're approaching almost the 9-minute mark. Lord's going to be up here shortly. And I don't know, I'm a little worried for AP Bren to go into a team fight and try to contest against RORA.
Because you see the template they usually do when there's a team fight, it's started by KillVJ. Not even Nova, because for some reason Nova has this weird assignment of just keeping Edward in check, or at least based on what I observed.
Or he's always at the backside.
Yeah, he's somewhere more visible to Aurora, so they're not as surprised as to when the setup is gonna come out. KillVJ is the main starter for the team fight.
They don't have a choice. James Banks can't do it. Again, Nova's trying to look for either Yue or Domingkite, which is very difficult, by the way. So you're right. It feels like KillVJ, the pressure is on this guy. And so far, it doesn't feel like he can quite do it, especially with the composition they have.
Okay. This is why I'm looking at how this is going to play out. Lord is up. AP Bren looks to want to go ahead and contest into this as they're on this side of the map. But they got to watch out for the collapse from RORA. Meanwhile, too, oh, they're going to go for it.
Oh, that's different. Now it's Nova starting things up, but Dominkite might just survive this. Still gets to regen some HP, and it's Edward using the bravest fighter going for the chase. UN might get more stacks, and there you go. KLVJ is the only casualty after that.
It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt on Dominkite, but he survived.
Yeah, and I get it. It's almost, again, it feels like the game plan here for Nova is to look for Doming, but can you keep doing that? Now they have the turtle control, sorry, the Lord control.
Yeah, Nova can only watch. Oh, the SOD!
Good attempt.
Good attempt, good attempt.
At least Shizu is pushing in that tier 2. Attempted to take the Lord with the steal with the SOD, not going to happen. Tier 2 still going to stand, though, just barely as RORA goes and cleans out the last cannon minion there. So they've gotten themselves to the Lord now. They've got themselves ready to go ahead and march towards the base of AP Bren. Taking a look again at the items. AP Bren's defensive capabilities, how are they? They have a Moskov, which can clear waves pretty well. They have the rest of this lineup, but are we looking at them buying more time? I would say almost roughly another 6 minutes or so.
He needs one more item. He complete that. He has 2.5 right now, basically. Gets to complete the Trinity plus maybe a Malefic Gun, and then it's go time. Wind of Nature is a necessity, but you can't have it.
Oh, they're going for Dominkite?
Yeah, they want Dominkite, but look at that trap from Light! He was prepared to save the day. Aqua now looks like the next target is a double kill for Dominic. Make it a triple as he finds KLVJ.
That is just that's a massacre right there, man. No other way to say it.
That hurt, man. If you're AP Bren and you see Light sitting there, they fall into the trap.
Demonkite just drove by them.
Yeah, he almost just drove by and said hi. That's what it felt like at that point. You're not going to go for my kite, brother. The top turret will fall. Are they looking to end here?
All right. They have waves coming in top and mid. Nova might try to work on this bottom lane, and they somehow still defend it. So AP Bren are still hanging on.
They're hanging on, but barely, man. At this point, 8,000 gold behind. None of these team fights are going their way. If you notice every single interaction we see, it's let me go ahead and throw out my deadly magic, hope that I get Dominkite, but at this point, it's getting even more difficult just to get Dominkite, because who else are you going to get over there?
It feels like most of it is just a long shot, right?
Oh, traction pulse! This big fist crack coming in from Light. There's the counter set from KLVJ and the Raging Sandstorm, but Edward is going to be okay to tank all the damage. They lost their minions and they'll have to walk out of this, but Aurora, they're all okay except from Light.
Even Demonkite taking a couple shots from the turret just to allow the rest of RORA to get on out there. A great initiation, forced one with that Badang again from Light.
It's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day, but it's actually just enough to keep AP Bren on their toes. Just a reminder, yo, under your turret, it's not safe. We can do that again, and they're gonna wait for the next Lord to make it happen. Now that gold is actually quite gigantic, but I would say, there you go. I think, yeah, Malefic Gun is the next one for Shizu. He's very close. He can feel it, but then again, how is he going to survive the onslaught? I feel like the damage is way too much. You could get bursted in one go here. With the amount of gold and items that Aurora has already accumulated.
The amount of space you can cover with Light here is just insane to deal with for AP Bren, especially when he's got the flicker available. Luckily for them, he doesn't have it, but this is going to be a Lord just going to the hands. You can see Light given the information. They've got it complete control at this point, so still giving the information. I think he's gonna go for James Banks.
Oh, there you go, James Banks. He gets chain CC'd so hard, and I just have to say, Light on heroes like this who are just capable of disrupting the Badang, the Grok.
Yep.
It's such a great view.
Chef's kiss, 100%.
James Banks is just getting wrecked right now, and this might be the end here.
Nova, what can he do? He still has the Raging Sandstorm, so they might try to go for something, but Light seems to be waiting for a conceal
He's waiting
play.
for his flicker.
Yeah, or the flicker. There you go. That's a conceal from Light. Looking for another target. Might go for the surprise. Two-man stun from UN. That's the 7 force already. Still no setup from Light, but there you go. And as we speak, it seems like UN has only one thing in sight. It's the base as Aurora secures the sweep.
excellence in their blood. RORA with another sweep in their belt here. Looking like they really shrugged off that loss last night. They look really good in this one.
The crowd feels it, and Aurora, they needed it here. The RSG, the Raider reunion, ends with a sweep for Light